Hello, my name is Imen. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Cairo, Egypt. And today I'm so excited to share about my nation of Egypt and how God is working so mightily through the Egyptian church. First, what comes to your mind when you think about Egypt? Egypt is often remembered for its cruelty as it enslaved the Israelites during Moses' time. But even before then, Egypt was a land of God's strategy. God fed and saved the nations through Joseph. Though Egypt is also known for its rich ancient history, like pyramids and the Sphinx, because these artifacts and history all have its origin in idolatry, pagan religion, and superstition, the spiritual influence that they have had throughout history still affects mankind in modern history. Located in the northeast Africa and connected to West Asia through the Sinai Peninsula, Egypt is at the center of the stronghold of Islam in uniting the Arab world together. Not only Egypt holds the largest Arab population in the Middle East, but in the capital of Cairo is Al-Azhar University, which is one of the first Islamic seminaries in the world. And it has played a significant role in strengthening political, religious, and cultural Islam. And today, it continues to greatly influence fundamentalist Islamic groups around the world, including the Muslim Brotherhood. Do you understand a bit now the role and power Egypt has over especially in the Arab nations? But let's see what God prophesied about Egypt in the Bible. In Isaiah 19 from 21 to 25, the word says, "So the Lord will make himself known to the Egyptians, and in that day they will acknowledge the Lord. They will worship the sacrifices and grain offerings. They will make vows to the Lord and keep them. The Lord will strike Egypt with a plague. He will strike them and heal them. They will turn to the Lord, and He will respond to their pleas and heal them. In that day, there will be a highway from Egypt to Syria. The Syrians will go to Egypt, and the Egyptians to Syria. The Egyptians and the Syrians will worship together. In that day, Israel will be the third, along with Egypt and Assyria, a blessing on the earth. The Lord Almighty will bless them, saying, 'Blessed be Egypt, my people, Assyria, my handiwork, and Israel, my inheritance.'" Isn't this amazing what God is saying about Egypt? He is saying that in that day, the Lord will make himself known to the Egyptians, and they will acknowledge God. They will worship and make vows to the Lord. Our God is a God of prophecies, and He desires to save all nations. Though it may seem like the darkness hovers over this land, the Egyptian church is rising mightily in the last days with mission movement and revival. The Egyptian church was built upon the martyrdom of Mark the Evangelist. And the church has withstood through persecution for 1400 years and continued to stand firm in faith. One of the great testimonies is our Egyptian Christians are actually going out to their neighboring countries despite of very difficult circumstances like finances and COVID to preach the gospel not only to Muslims in our own nation, but the Syrians, just like how God is prophesying in the verse 23. We truly praise our God for shaking and bringing revival to not only our nation, but other nations. We hold on to God's word, just like He said in Isaiah 19, that in that day there will be a highway from Egypt to Syria. The Syrians will go to Egypt, and the Egyptians to Syria. The Egyptians and the Syrians will worship together. Don't miss this fire of revival that will set ablaze the whole nations with the kingdom gospel. Come to Egypt!